Hello, everyone. My name is Kendra McDonald, and I am the CEO of Canada's Ocean Supercluster. We acknowledge that the lands on which we work are in the traditional territories of Indigenous groups. Today, I acknowledge with respect the diverse histories and cultures of the Beothuk, Mi'kmaq, Innu, and Inuit of this province of Newfoundland and Labrador, where I stand today. With viewers from across the country, I also want to recognize and pay respects to Indigenous groups across Canada. I am so excited to be able to join you virtually today, and thank you for the opportunity to take some time during your conference to announce the Ocean Supercluster's next project. But before we get to that, I'd like to spend a little time to tell you more about who we are, what we do, and the momentum we are building together with our members. Canada's Ocean Supercluster is Canada's industry-led cluster that was announced in 2018. Our mandate is to do ocean business differently, recognizing this requires transformation, hard work, and some time to truly take hold. Now, halfway through our current mandate, we are building a well-connected ocean network across Canada, where new partnerships are forming amongst organizations from coast to coast to coast, and from across ocean sectors with a shared interest in building capabilities, accelerating innovation, and growing our ocean economy in a sustainable and inclusive way. Today, we have more than 330 members who have joined us on this journey. And in the face of the pandemic, we continue to build momentum, trigger new industry investment, and launch new projects. In fact, since March alone, we have received over 250 project ideas from more than 400 organizations across Canada. Of the 42 projects to date, 36 of them have been approved since March. This represents more than $200 million in total project value so far, and new opportunities in ocean at a time when it is very much needed. But we've truly only scratched the surface. In the last 10 days, we have announced more than $20 million in projects that have demonstrated a new culture of collaboration in ocean. And today, we are incredibly proud to be here with you for some more good news. And I want to share this news with you in context of just how big the opportunity is for Canada in ocean innovation. By 2030, the global economy is expected to grow to $3 trillion US for ocean. This will outpace the growth of the broader economy and presents a significant opportunity for Canada to realize our full potential as an ocean nation while delivering solutions for digitalization, decarbonization, and inclusive ocean growth. And this is why, despite the challenges around us, now is our time to emerge as a global leader in ocean. I'd like to turn it over to William Amos, Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Innovation, Science and Industry, to bring remarks on behalf of the Government of Canada and announce the project funding.
Thank you, Miigwech, and hello everyone. Merci, bonjour à tous. C'est avec plaisir que je rencontrais certains des entrepreneurs les plus innovateurs du domaine océanique, des gens et des entreprises qui ont à cœur une économie plus durable. Étant donné que cette rencontre se fait en ligne, il n'est pas possible d'utiliser un message standard de reconnaissance d'un territoire autochtone et de souligner toute la richesse de notre pays. So since this event is being held online, a singular land acknowledgement for our Indigenous peoples does not capture the rich distribution across so many locations in Canada. So I'm going to invite everyone to take the time, wherever your feet stand, to acknowledge the Indigenous legacy of the lands, the water, and the earth. I sit here in Chelsea, Quebec, on traditional Algonquin territory. It's been 2 years now since we launched the Innovation Superclusters initiative alongside Minister Baines. The Supercluster approach marked a big change for both industry and for government. To succeed in today's global, innovation-driven economy, countries like Canada have to identify and support areas of true strength, clusters of knowledge, economic activity, and research expertise. The Canadian superclusters operate in 5 areas where Canada has the potential for significant competitive advantage, including and particularly in the ocean economy. From large anchor firms to small and medium-sized enterprises to academia and other government organizations, we wanted to foster stronger connections among all players in the innovation ecosystem because we know that that's where the best and boldest ideas come to life. It was an ambitious $950 million co-investment with industry. C'est avec fierté que j'affirme que cet investissement s'est fait au profit de tous les Canadiens. En seulement 2 ans, les Supergrappes ont réussi à approuver plus de 256 projets novateurs dans tout le pays qui comptent plus de 790 participants, dont plus de la moitié sont des PME, à s'assurer de la participation de plus de 4600 entreprises de tout le pays et à créer plus de 6100 emplois. C'est avec plaisir alors que je vous parlerai aujourd'hui d'un de ces très intéressants nouveaux projets qui façonnera la nouvelle génération. Through an investment of $1.5 million from Canada's Ocean Supercluster, the Students on Ice Foundation and its partners are undertaking a $2.4 million project. What an amazing moment and achievement for the Students on Ice organization, a nonprofit based right here in the Plateau sector of Gatineau. The Blue Futures Pathways project will connect youth from across Canada with education, employment, and funding opportunities that support them in developing a successful career in the emerging sustainable blue economy. Je le répète en français parce que c'est tellement important. C'est un investissement de 2,4 millions de dollars et 1,5 million en financement fédéral pour que le SOI, un OBNL national situé ici à Gatineau dans le secteur du plateau, puisse collaborer dans la supergrappe des océans pour brancher les jeunes à travers le Canada aux emplois dans l'économie durable. Je suis aussi très heureux de constater que ce projet fait plus que de venir en aide à tous les jeunes. En effet, une attention particulière sera apportée à l'inclusion des groupes de personnes sous-représentées venant des régions éloignées et de communautés autochtones. So one can plainly see the tangible benefits for the next generation of workers in Canada's clean water economy. 150 internships, training opportunities for over 300, including both youth and employers, and 200 individuals mentored over the life of this project. For example, this initiative will engage youth in opportunities such as the monitoring of marine protected areas in Nunavut, learning about suburban wastewater management in Ontario, and training the next generation of biodiversity monitors in British Columbia. I'm just so pleased to see a national project that builds on our greatest resource, our human resources and our environmental resources. And I'm obviously very optimistic, very excited about today and the announcement that we're making. It's another great example of the progress being made by our superclusters. They've brought together incredibly curious, innovative, and hardworking people to create real, tangible benefits for Canadians. And that's just what the superclusters were designed to do, to serve as a fertile ground for innovation, collaboration, growth, and job creation across the country. Now, before I end, I'd like to congratulate Kendra McDonald and her Ocean Supercluster team for their incredibly hard work and their leadership role in bringing together this effort. At a time when Canada needs to step up, a bold vision is exactly what's being delivered by Canada's Ocean Supercluster. Permettez-moi aussi de féliciter la Fondation Students on Ice, Jeff Green et ses partenaires pour la mise sur pied de ce projet innovateur. Votre travail est important, il est pertinent et il y a des effets bien réels. So thank you, merci, miigwech.
Thank you so much, Parliamentary Secretary Amos. This Ocean Supercluster Innovation Ecosystem Project will provide the training, resources, and support to help prepare our youth for careers in the sustainable blue economy, and providing opportunities for underrepresented groups, including Indigenous people and those residing in remote communities, to increase participation in ocean and contribute to the future of Canada's ocean economy. Before handing it over, I would like to acknowledge the Students on Ice Foundation for their leadership in this project, together with the commitment of their partners, including the Centre for Ocean Ventures Entrepreneurship, Eco Canada, and MyTax. This is truly about helping build our future in oceans and equipping young people with the right skills at the right time, along with the support and mentorship they need to guide them in doing so. We are so proud to make an investment of $1.5 million in the $2.4 million project, and I can't wait to see the activity and opportunity that comes from the Blue Futures Pathways project. With that, I will close off my remarks and hand it over to Students on Ice to comment further on the project itself. Thank you so much.
Merci, miigwech, kuyanamik, and thank you so much, Kendra, and Parliamentary Secretary Will Amos, for your warm words and wonderful introductions. My name is Jeff Green. I'm the president and founder of the Students on Ice Foundation. All of us at Students on Ice Foundation are just thrilled and excited about this important new innovative initiative and partnership, Blue Futures Pathways. We are speaking to you from our offices here in Gatineau, Quebec, and I would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge that we are on the unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe peoples. We want to thank them for the opportunity to live and work on this beautiful land and its lakes and rivers. We are especially excited to be able to share this announcement during our 20th anniversary virtual alumni summit happening this week, with over 500 Students on Ice and C3 alumni from across Canada and around the world. There could be no more fitting moment to share this very welcome and exciting news, especially during a global pandemic when I think we all need some good news right now. We are so excited to be embarking on this new partnership with Eco Canada, based out of Calgary, and with COVE, the Centre for Ocean Ventures and Entrepreneurship in Halifax, Nova Scotia. And of course, it's been all made possible due to the support, guidance, and funding of Canada's Ocean Supercluster. So thank you so much. And I also want to thank our wonderful friends and partners at MyTax for their important support to make this whole project work. What is Blue Futures Pathways, and why did Students on Ice and our partners embark on this journey? Well, as many of you know, Students on Ice has benefited from using the ocean as a classroom for the last 20 years. We've taken thousands of youth at the beginning of their lives on educational, life-altering journeys to the planet's polar regions, primarily. And we also led the historic Canada C3 expedition in 2017, a 25,000 kilometer, 150-day journey coast to coast to coast. And that certainly reinforced to us that Canada has the longest coastline in the world, the greatest freshwater resources in the world. From the time we left the tip of Newfoundland until we got to the tip of Vancouver Island, we were exclusively in Indigenous communities. There's no doubting that Canada is an ocean and a water nation. As such, Canada can and should lead in the emerging sustainable blue economy. And this is a huge opportunity for our country, a way to strike that critical balance between the social, economic, and environmental interests and needs and priorities. Life on land needs a healthy ocean, and the blue economy needs a sustainable, the green economy, I should say, needs a sustainable blue economy. But to really succeed at this, our youth need to be prepared, they need to be supported, connected, and be given the knowledge, the tools, and the opportunities required in the months and years ahead. That's what Blue Futures Pathways and all of our partners working together across the country are going to help to do. It's also a really exciting and critical time. We're on the verge of the United Nations Decade of Ocean Science for Sustainable Development. Also, the Canadian government is committed to protecting 25% of the ocean, of our ocean by 2025 and 30% by 2030. And the recent throne speech also stressed the importance of the blue economy to Canada's future. We'll go to the next slide, if we can. The Sustainable Blue Economy, well, World Wildlife Fund, the United Nations, and the World Bank state that in order to qualify as components of the Sustainable Blue Economy, activities need to do these things: provide social and economic benefits for current and future generations, restore, protect, and maintain the diversity, productivity, resilience, core functions, and intrinsic value of marine and freshwater ecosystems, and be based on clean technologies, renewable energy, and circular material flows. And here at Students on Ice, we're committed to ensuring our Sustainable Blue Economy works to encompass both ocean and freshwater sectors, and activities that enhance, as I said, environmental, socio-cultural, and economic activities across the country. And Blue Futures Pathways is also it's exciting because it really complements the other core programs, expeditions, and plans that we have for the future. In the next slide, who is this for? Well, it aims to connect youth from across Canada with education, employment, and funding opportunities that will inspire and support them in developing a successful career in the emerging sustainable blue economy, and jobs, and even becoming entrepreneurs. The scope includes ocean and freshwater, and at the heart of the Students on Ice Foundation mandate, there will be a special focus on Canada's underrepresented youth, remotely located youth, and Indigenous youth. Now, I'd like to turn things over to one of our team members here, Tara Mascarenas. She is the program manager for Blue Futures Pathways. And she's also somebody who has worked incredibly hard over the last year to get us where we are today. So take it away, Tara.
Merci beaucoup, Jeff. Cela nous fait grand plaisir de pouvoir élaborer ce projet aujourd'hui pour vous. My name is Tara Mascarenas, and I am the Director of Programs here at Students on Ice, and also the Blue Futures Pathways Program Team Lead. So the 3 streams of Blue Futures Pathways are being rolled out in 3 phases. Phase 1 has been completed. It was a landscape analysis undertaken in partnership with COVE and funded by the RBC Foundation and Polar Knowledge Canada. The landscape analysis included outreach to 154 nonprofits, educational institutions, consortiums, businesses, and industry to gather information about opportunities and gaps for youth in the ocean and freshwater sectors across Canada. The results of this landscape analysis are now available in an exciting story map, accessible via our Students on Ice webpage, which we will provide the link for at the end. So phase 2 will enable us to move forwards thanks to the $2.4 million that are being invested into this project and that we are announcing today. With a focus on youth, especially the underrepresented youth aged 18 to 30, some of the key components of phase 2 are educational content, so including the mapping of existing sustainable blue economy resources and the creation of engaging new ones, such as a video series with educational media partners like Live It. We will also have internship programs in partnership with Cove and other potential implementing partners across Canada. We are planning a dedicated mentorship program targeted particularly at underrepresented youth, as our landscape analysis showed that these types of youth excel when they are supported by people that they can relate to. And of course, there will be training for both youth to get them employment ready, but also for employers to get them ready to welcome underrepresented youth in their workplaces. All of this content and opportunities will be housed on a new digital platform that, as an ocean-related organization, we are calling the Port. The Port will allow youth, educators, and employers to dive through various portholes in order to access funding and resources to assist along that Blue Futures pathway. And finally, towards the end of this 2-year funding cycle, so from around fall 2022, we will turn our attention to developing phase 3 of Blue Futures pathways. This will include the scaling up of phase 2 activities and a look at opportunities to support youth in blue entrepreneurship, blue startups, and blue social finance. So today, as we fully launch phase 2, we will be looking to engage as broadly as possible with youth, educators, and employers across the country who are interested in being part of Blue Futures Pathways. Nous vous invitons alors de nous contacter via notre site internet. Please click on the link above on our website and contact us if you would like to get engaged. I will now pass you back to Jeff Green for his final remarks.
Merci beaucoup, Tara. Merci. Thank you very much, Tara. Yeah, you know, at the heart of it, this is a partnership-based initiative. And I just want to again thank Canada's Ocean Supercluster, MyTax, Cove, Eco Canada, as well as all of the Ocean Supercluster members. We're looking forward to working with many of you. Communities across the country, all kinds of other organizations that are already involved or that may get involved in the months ahead. And I wanted to just say a special thank you to some of the early supporters as well, including RBC, the Canadian Museum of Nature, the Canadian Coast Guard, the Kikitani Inuit Association, and the Marine Institute at Memorial University, and many others that helped us get to this point. So we're ready to set sail on this amazing journey, and looking forward to achieving fantastic results with all of you, in particular for youth across Canada as they venture into the sustainable blue economy. Merci beaucoup, Miigwech. Thank you, Kuyana Meek. We'll see you soon.